7:10 now. Very special guest with us this morning. You recognize this guy, Howard Ain. Howard, he's the troubleshooter. He's been here for like 150 years. This is his twin brother. This is Stuart. Then you know how twins work out, they're brothers. And then this is Stuart's lovely wife, Meryl. And they're all here to talk about a book that you two have primarily written, but it's got some information in it about you as well.
There's a little picture of me, too.
Okay, and it's called the Living Memories Project. Tell us a little bit about what this book does.
Well, we have interviewed about 32 people in which they talk about transforming grief over the loss of someone into positive projects in memory of their loved ones. Such things as scholarships and foundations and memory quilts.
And he's got some pretty interesting people.
Right.
Remember Maripol? Is that his name?
Robert Maripol, the son of Julius and Ethel Rosenberg.
Yeah, which I found very fascinating because these are people who folks may not think about at first, but their sons, their children grieve for them and want to do things for them as well.
In fact, Robert Maripol set up a fund in his parents' name so that they wouldn't just be remembered as people who betrayed the United States and were executed as spies.
Meryl, you were instrumental in coming up with the idea for this book, correct? Tell us how that came about.
Well, I lost both my parents within a very short time, and my mother was my best friend, my advisor, my confidant, and I was really trying to crawl out of my grief, and I was having a lot of difficulty with it, and I looked for a book that would be uplifting and optimistic, and I couldn't find one. So my mother always said to me when I was sad or bored, get yourself a project. So I said, this is a good project. So I enlisted the support of Stuart and my brother, and we interviewed the people, and we learned so much about how they transform their grief, and it was very healing and therapeutic and cathartic for us, and we're very thrilled that readers tell us that they find it healing and comforting as well.
Cathartic to them as well.
Talked to Nick Clooney.
Yep.
Talked to Jack Klugman.
Jack Klugman talks about how he remembers Tony Randall.
Oh, okay.
Right,
So it's not
right.
necessarily a family member, a blood relative.
Right, exactly. And then the granddaughter of Babe Ruth talked about the little-known aspect of Babe Ruth, how he was humanitarian.
Yeah.
And in 1942, in December 42, he was one of the German Americans to sign a full-page ad that ran in 10 newspapers decrying the Nazi treatment of the Jews.
Okay. Find a picture for me, because it also incorporates what you guys as well.
Right.
Now, this is a picture. Can you see this? Can you see this picture here? Right there. Howard, tell us about that picture.
I believe we're about 10 years old. Now, who's who? I'm not sure. It's that Stuart there, and then that's me, and that's my sister, Roberta.
That's all right.
And,
Parents and grandparents.
Can you tell? Yeah.
And there's a story
Your
about them as
mother.
well. And
Right.
that's all in the book. And we're going to
Right.
talk about that a little bit later, because the Ains, all three of them, along with Nick Clooney, will sign and talk about the book tomorrow night at Joseph Beck Booksellers in Norwood. And then the Ains will be doing a signing at the Booksellers on Fountain Square on Thursday at noon. You guys are some of my favorites. I'm so glad I got a chance to talk to you myself. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you. Thank you.
I even took a picture. So, Howard has an identical twin. All right, Sheila.